Oh, I'm gonna do my best to defend this opinion.
6 more. I want
Do you remember the build-up to Mother? When no one had any clue what the hell it was about?
Director Darren Aronofsky had built a reputation for making outstanding films, so there was quite a bit of hype regarding his next project, which was being kept very hush-hush. Then the poster dropped, it looked like this, and it only got people more confused.
Fuck is this movie all about?
Then the movie was finally released, and still no one had a complete answer for what had been produced.
What the fuck?
It polarised critics and audiences. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a fresh rating, but audiences gave it a flat F on CinemaScore. The same thing happened with me and my friends. None of us could agree on what we watched. Here's the real conversation I had with them as it went down at release. That was a brilliant film. As long as you realise it's arty and metaphorical, then you'll enjoy it. What a fucking crock of shite. Raging. Yeah, like, see if you don't get the concept of the film, it's so shite, but what it represents is pretty cool. I may have just enjoyed it because it's all about women just being a vessel for men, dispensable and part of the furniture, and all about the egotism of artists. Without spoiling anything, I didn't even look at the movie that way. But that's what makes it so good and gets people talking. Everyone's got their own opinion.
Yeah, many people didn't know what to think of the movie. And I hate to sound like a hipster chode, but I'm actually one of the people who really like it.
Oh, it scared me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to.
To explain the plot, I basically just have to tell you about the two main characters, him and Mother, a husband and wife who live in an unfinished house out in the wilderness. Him is an acclaimed writer with writer's block, and he's beloved by Mother as well as his fans. He's also extremely ignorant and naive, and puts Mother's needs and wants behind his own.
Wow, what an asshole.
He has a godlike feel to him. The opening scene shows him performing apparent magic as he converts a dilapidated house into a brand new one with a crystal. He's the only one in the film that never comes under harm, and he's the only character whose name is capitalized in the credits.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mother is a character that you just feel sorry for. She's full of hope and life. She's a simple person who finds joy in just keeping her house cozy and being with her lover. She's naturally suspicious of people who come into her home, and no matter what she does, things just seem to get worse for her. Poor little lamb. Her cries aren't heard by anyone else in the movie. I just wanted to give her a hug.
Am I going to lose you?
Never.
Both of them live in this house when a couple comes to visit them before a series of horrifying events unfold. And from there, there's no point actually explaining anything else, you'll just have to see the film.
I came from a Catholic upbringing, so I could understand the film to a point. But even on my first viewing, I was completely stumped. It's undeniably intriguing, as the film has this allure to the whole proceedings, and it instantly had me debating with the person watching it what the hell we had just witnessed.
You're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak.
If you hate movies filled with allegory and metaphor, then you're going to absolutely hate Mother, since its entire foundations are built on them. I know plenty of people who walked away from the film saying they hated it because it made no sense. Well, no, it does make sense. You just need to brush up on your knowledge of certain sources. And even if you don't, it's fun to come to your own conclusion of what you've witnessed before looking up the filmmaker's intentions.
It's a bewildering and uncomfortable movie, but that's what makes it such a good horror film.
You're unnerved and disturbed, and don't even have the comfort of a traditionally comprehensive narrative to grasp as a safety blanket. It pains you deep down, and keeps you scared while watching this woman's horrible life spiral out of control with things you're unable to understand. The violence is brutal, yes, but it's also very carefully done so that its impact is at its most severe, and the unknown nature of these acts makes them all the more frightening. Nothing is explained. Things just happen and you have to work out yourself what it all means. It gets chaotic and uber violent, and the movie has a really surreal atmosphere, almost like Mother is experiencing a living nightmare. 1 second people are having a party, the next there's a cult in the kitchen sacrificing babies. It's mental.
All this is enhanced through the very dreamlike, hypnotic way the movie flows.
The direction is stunning, as the film sways from one scene to the next like some hallucinogen, until the second half where it gets dirtier and grungier. It's a fantastic looking film, and the performances across the board are top notch. These are elite level actors and actresses, and they deliver what's expected of them and then some.
Please. Please!
In my opinion, Mother is an ambitious, thought-provoking piece of art.
Mainstream audiences may simply shun it as violent and confused, but that's their loss. If you love films that push boundaries and linger in your mind long after the credits roll, then Mother is a must-see.